Jennifer and welcome back to Element. Today's sequence is to help you through the stimulation phase of your IVF cycle. Now, during this time, it's important that we're gentle with ourselves and our bodies. We want to create some balance, keep the blood flowing to our reproductive organs, and try to calm our nervous system. So for our practice today, you'll need a big cushion or a yoga bolster and 3 smaller cushions as well. If it's cold where you are, I recommend that you grab a blanket to keep you warm during our restorative poses too. Now, just before we get started, if you need some help on your fertility journey, I have a free guide available which details the 4 easiest natural ways to boost your fertility. You can find a link which I've listed there down below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions, you can place them into the comments. And I look forward to getting started. So when you're ready, let's get comfortable sitting down in the middle of the mat. If you're not comfortable sitting as I am now directly on the floor, you can always sit yourself up on a cushion or a big pillow instead. Let's begin by bringing our hands softly down just onto the lowest part of the belly. Find your sit bones underneath you, and then from there lengthen up towards the ceiling, letting the crown of the head reach up. And you can close your eyes now when you're ready. And start to bring that focus and your awareness to your breath. And as you're breathing in, the belly is expanding into your hands, your chest is rising. And with every exhale, just creating that feeling of release, of letting go. And I know that this phase of your journey, when you're starting IVF, it is a lot. It's a lot physically, emotionally, financially. It can be a strain on relationships, and it's a strain most of all on yourself. So I want you just to acknowledge that and realize how far you've come. And this is your chance to let all of that go. Because in this moment, it is just you and your body. And underneath your hands here, I want you to feel that warmth radiating out. And try to picture now your womb. Your ovaries and your fallopian tubes. Notice how they start to glow with soft gold light. And feeling how warm that light is radiating out. Filling up the whole abdomen. Expanding even further now, that light starting to fill up your whole torso. It's expanding down the legs, down the arms, right up through your shoulders, your neck, your face, and the crown of your head. And your whole body is just bathing in that soft golden light. Now On your next breath in, reach your arms all the way above you. Bring your palms together. That's it. Now slowly, mindfully bring your hands down, past the crown of the head, past the center of your forehead, down past the throat, past your heart center, past the lower chest, down past the low belly, and then just separating the palms as you press your hands all the way down to the legs. And then turn your palms back up to face the ceiling. Lift that energy up back to your heart center. Bring the hands back together and rest them at your chest. Take a deep breath in. And with every exhale here, find something that you no longer need and let it go. Release tension, release unwanted thoughts. And when you're ready, let's open the eyes and we'll begin our movements. Okay, let's make our way to all fours kneeling. Now from here, I want you to have your big cushion or bolster within reach. Just maybe place it to the top side of the mat there so you can grab it easily in a minute. So let's place the hands flat under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. And just start here by gently rocking your hips from side to side. Just trying to relieve any tension we might be holding around the outside of the pelvis. Now throughout all of these movements, I'll keep reminding you, but we want to keep our belly soft and free. Make your way back to center as we come into our cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the tailbone, start to lengthen the belly, lift the chin up. And as you exhale, rounding, press away from the mat, drop the head. Inhale, reverse, lengthen, look up. And exhale, round your spine. Keep these going here at your own pace. Noticing any parts of the body that are holding onto tension. And use your breath here to let those parts go. And last one. And then come back to center. Good. Lift up onto your knees. Now let's step that left foot out in front of us. We're coming into our hip opener here. Rest your hands onto that front thigh and just start to lean in to that back hip. And drop your shoulders, holding and breathing. With every exhale, we try to go just a little bit deeper, but never forcing it. So we don't want to stretch to the point that we start to create tension. Taking deep belly breaths, letting that pelvis soften. Good, last breath holding here. And release. From here, we're coming into our supported pigeon pose. So that same leg that's in front of you, bring the foot in a little closer, bend the knee, And just let that knee fall down onto the mat as you stretch your back leg out and away. Now I want you to place your big pillow or bolster in front of you. That's it. Place your hands at the end of it and just lengthen your spine up here. Hold for a moment. Just really let your hips start to soften. You may even want to add a really gentle rock from side to side. And then slowly walk the hands forward so you're resting your elbows onto that pillow. And here you can just soften a little bit deeper. As you're breathing in, just feeling your belly expanding and opening. And with every exhale, you let your shoulders, your back, your pelvis and hips release. So again, not forcing this position, just slightly making any adjustments so that you can get completely comfortable. Let's stay here for one more breath. And then walk your hands slowly back up. Good. Place the hands out to either side of the mat and return yourself to all fours. Now tuck your toes and lift your hips gently up into your downward facing dog. Just slightly walking, gently pedaling the feet. Coming into that place of stillness now with both legs straight, feeling like your heels are gently releasing to the mat, and compress your chest towards your legs and open the shoulders as well. And let the crown of the head feel heavy as it reaches down to the floor. And stay here for one more breath. And then bend your knees as you come back down. Release. Let's come back to kneeling, ready for the other leg. So we'll step our right foot out in front, resting the hands gently onto that front thigh. And then slowly press forward to open the hip. And with every exhale, seeing if you can deepen that release just a little bit more, again without forcing it. Let that belly be soft. Try to unclench your glutes, your bottom here. And let's take one more breath. And release. So same leg in front, we're coming down into that supported pigeon. So let the knee rest on the mat. Slide that back leg out and away from you. Now let's stay upright for a moment here. Just add a little wiggle, a little sway side to side. And walk the hands up onto the end of the pillow when you're ready. Good, and then resting, walking your elbows down so that you can release and let go just a little bit deeper. And if you're finding that your hips are quite tight in this position, or maybe you've got a little more tightness on one side, Remember, it's the exhale that allows you that chance to let go. Keep softening here. One last deep breath. And then slowly make your way back up to sitting and release. Good, well done. Now let's move those pillows out of the way. We'll come down to laying on our back on the mat. Now let's do this really mindfully. Good, laying onto your side and then slowly rolling over onto your back. Take your time. Okay, and once you're there, lift one knee towards the chest. Hold on to it. And then bring the other knee in as well. Now very gently let the thighs rest against your belly and chest. So you're not forcing the knees towards you, just letting them be relaxed. Now using your hands, you would guide those knees around in a circle. So we start to create movement down and around the lower back and the pelvis. And just drawing small circles. Go around on the back of your sacrum. Just breathe naturally here, whatever feels good. And when you're ready, reverse. Now center yourself, and one leg at a time, place the feet gently back to the floor. Good, walk the feet out as wide as your mat and let your arms open to the sides with your palms facing up. Now gently let your legs rock from one side over to the other. And so we're creating this gentle open twist. And just letting the weight of your legs roll you and release you over to the side. One more each way. And then come back to the middle. And once again, let's create those hip circles. One knee at a time, draw those legs towards you. And then use your hands to circle softly around. And reverse. And then release your feet one at a time back to your mat. Good. And then roll over to the side. And slowly, mindfully make your way back to sitting. So from here, let's come in to our Supta Badakanasana, the first of our restorative poses. So I'd like you to set up one cushion underneath that big pillow or bolster so that the bolster is on a little bit of an incline. And then place those other two cushions on to either side of the mat. Now here as well, if it's cold where you are, grab that blanket so that you can cover yourself as we're laying down. So to set yourself up, just bring your hips right up against that big pillow. Use your arms to gently lay you back, ending up with your head resting at the other end. And then bring those smaller cushions closer to the body. Bring the soles of the feet together. And here we open the knees to the sides. You're ending up in that supportive hip opener position. And just start by resting the hands over the top of the belly again. Now here is your chance to focus on anything that you need to let go of. Every time you inhale, filling your body and your belly up with as much air as you can. And then use your exhale to let everything release. As you start to let go more and more, just let those arms come down to the mat. Release your hands beside you with your palms facing up to the ceiling. next breath in, just hold that breath just for a moment. Slowly release out and completely relax. And then wiggle your fingers just a little bit. Interlace your fingers and stretch your arms up above your head. Create some space across the shoulders and the upper back. And then to come out of this safely, just press your hands down onto the floor and roll yourself back to sitting. Good, well done. Now from here, let's move our mat over to the wall as we come into Viparita Karani. So Viparita Karani is a really lovely restorative pose to help balance your hormones and create that rest for your nervous system. So I'll show you how to come into it safely. Let's bring our hips all the way up towards the wall. From there, just rolling over onto your side and then your back. And then extend those legs straight up. And just take a moment to get centered and comfortable. You want your hips as close to the wall as possible. And we'll start here by bringing the hands back onto the lower belly, elbows relaxed on the floor. And when you're ready, close your eyes and just start to bring that focus to your breath. And try and relax the legs as much as possible. We're just encouraging that flow of blood and that energy to come down into your pelvis and nourish your reproductive organs. And slowly slide the feet down towards you, bringing the soles of those feet together, and let your knees open. And keep the hands at the belly. And just feeling that softness through the pelvis and the inner thighs. And then slowly extend the legs back up the wall, holding it here. Just take the arms out, resting the back of the hand on the floor beside you. And just coming back into that place of stillness. Now on your next breath in, let's reach the arms back overhead and just extend the body, press your palms away. Wiggle the toes, walk through the feet a little bit. Now to safely come out of this position, let those knees bend. Slide the feet down the wall, hug your knees to your chest, and just squeeze them in gently. And safely roll over onto the side. Pausing here for a moment, let the body settle. You might feel a couple of little tummy rumbles or gurgles, which is an excellent sign that you're starting to regulate your nervous system. Then use your arms to press you up to sitting. Amazing work. So we'll finish sitting back on the mat. And just like we did at the very start of the class, we'll bring our hands onto the belly and close your eyes. And I just want you to compare how you might be feeling now with how you did at the start of our practice. Noticing how you're able to cultivate that sense of peace and calm. And it's this feeling that I want you to take with you on your day. Let it stay with you as you fall asleep at night. And just slowly move our left hand up to our heart center. I want you to feel that connection between your heart and your womb. And starting to notice that ray of light beaming from your womb. And slowly rising all the way up into your heart center. And so these two areas are connected by that beam of golden light. And feel the warmth in that connection. And keep your focus here as you take one more breath in. And as you exhale, you can bring your hands to your heart center. And thank you for sharing your practice with me at this important time. Namaste.